What is up, everybody? Um, what another being mentoring to what the 22 Lakers looked like 5 years ago by Swish Out. Listening to it.
All right, man. I really wanted to make this video. Like, I know y'all laugh at that and stuff like that, but bro, the NBA has been gone for like 2-3 months, and it feels like it's been 12 months. Like, my life just doesn't feel complete when the NBA is not going, and I'm not making videos on a daily basis about daily events and all this stuff. Like, I'm just so happy it's back. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, turn on post notifications. Daily videos are back. And bro, let's just get to it. I was watching a little bit of that Lakers Nets game, and after THT got that dunk, and I seen Russell Westbrook and LeBron on the exact same bench, bro, it struck me. Like, I still can't believe they're on the exact same team. Now, I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's look at how this team would have looked 5 years ago when these players were a little bit closer to their primes. It all
Bro.
starts with LeBron
Okay.
James, obviously. In 2017, he was in his last year with Kyrie Irving, and essentially his last year with Cleveland, actually having a chance to win a championship. That season, with LeBron turning just 32 years old, which still is kind of crazy to me. He's about to be 37. Like, where did time go? But that season, LeBron was in one of his last years in his absolute
Bro.
athletic peak. I mean, if you just look at that Andre Iguodala block.
Bro. What is going on? Bro. I'm getting sold, bro.
How he dominated that
Bro.
finals in all facets 4 months before the 2017 season, you could just tell he was different physically. His 2017 regular season stats would essentially look the same
480,
as
bro. Are we straight now, bro? Like, are you done? Are you done? mm, 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 mm.
his stats never
Okay,
seem
there
to
we go.
age, but his dominance that year would be highlighted in the playoffs. That's where this man just feasted. Everybody talks about Golden State that year and how they dominated and swept the entire West with some help with Zaza Pachulia and all that. But what about Cleveland that year and what they did led by LeBron? That playoffs in 2017 against the Eastern Conference, LeBron was extremely dominant, extremely efficient, only lost one game to the first seeded Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, passed Michael Jordan as the all-time
Bro,
scorer.
they went 12-1 in the East. That's crazy. I can't lie. But the East is like, bro, the East back then was like the East was dog back then, bro. I can't lie.
Leader in the playoffs, absolutely destroyed Toronto in the second round,
Oh,
and he capped it off in the NBA Finals by averaging a triple-double against a team that swept the West. And not to mention, that Golden State team, bro, they had 4 All-Stars
okay.
in their prime. They were the second-ranked defensive team in the NBA that year. They had the Defensive Player of the Year on their team, and they're regarded as the best, if not the second-best team of all time. Like, you have to give LeBron his flowers for that season alone. 5 years ago, I think we all can agree that LeBron was a bit more athletic and durable consistently, but
Yeah.
today, when he's healthy, he's still a similar player. Anthony Davis 5 years ago, he was in his absolute prime. Like, I'm not sure if he's at the tail end of his prime right now.
Bro, what's good, bro? Is my Wi-Fi like, bro? If this happened one more time, bro, I might just. Actually, I'm gonna refresh. We are at 302.
Because he is 27 years old, and some people say he is, but I'm not sure because
It's not
AD's
even
27
refreshing,
is
bro.
different than a
Look at
LeBron's
this.
or a Russ.
This is bad. Okay, we were at 302.
I'm not sure if he's at the tail
Oh
end of
my
his
God, look at
prime
this
right
quality.
now because he is 27 years old, and some people say he is.
Come on, bro. Work with me. Yeah, bro, y'all just not gonna do this. Like, I'm just gonna turn the video off, bro.
But I'm not sure because AD's 27 is different than a LeBron's or a Russ because he's so damn brittle. But 5 years ago, he was at his peak. Now, in 2017, the Pelicans weren't that good. Like, the West, it was at its absolute height. And the Pelicans roster, it just wasn't that good to make much noise. They did trade for DeMarcus Cousins mid-season, and that duo was as dominant as advertised, but it just didn't translate to many wins that season. Regardless of any of that, Anthony Davis was the most dominant player in the league that season outside of Russell Westbrook and James Harden, the two MVP candidates. Like, to me, I don't even think it's that close. In his first game that year, this man dropped 50. In his second game that year against Golden State with the
50?
new look roster with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They said like if Anthony Davis was to retire right now, he would literally be like top 3 power forwards. And he ain't even been in the league since what, 2011? I'm pretty sure 11, 12, something like that.
He gave them 45. This is what he was averaging through his first 2 games. Also, what I appreciate most about AD that season, bro, he was flexible enough to adapt to a big-ass presence like Boogie mid-season clogging up the paint. And honestly, his numbers got better once Boogie got there. That's not normal.
Yeah, I remember that, him playing with Boogie.
Joel Embiid with Al Horford. You can see once Al Horford kind of got
that
there,
was
his numbers took a dip,
ago,
and that's normal.
bro.
AD, his numbers actually went up. Also, I want to talk about his old teammate and I guess his new teammate now, again, Rajon Rondo. In 2017, this man was a part of one of the weirdest trios of all time. In fact, I forgot this even happened until I researched his video. The fit was hella questionable before the season. It was hella questionable during the season. And as a result, even with 3 big names, they finished as just the 8th seed. Even with all the turmoil, all the fire, all the back and forth fighting between the 3 stars and all that stuff. And even though his playoff stint was extremely brief, playoff Rondo was still activated. They ended up playing a number 1 seeded Boston team in the first round. And
yeah, that 11
with Rondo there, they won both games at Boston. And look at what Rondo did. And after he left and broke his thumb in game 2, they never won a game again. And they lost by an average amount of 15 points. And they lost in just 6 games. The Rondo effect is real, bro. Then after that, he joins AD, a way better fit. They automatically make the playoffs again. They absolutely stun and sweep a 3rd-seeded Blazers team behind Rondo and Jrue Holiday, give him a Cullerman, Dame Hell. And Rondo was doing stuff like this. Like, bro, Rondo, when he's activated and he's in the playoffs and all that stuff, bro, he gets nasty. 2017, this was Carmelo's last year really being known as a star. Like, it was the last year he made the All-Star team. It was the last year of his 20-point per game.
Ain't lying, they be doing Melo so dirty, like saying that he, like, bro, how he couldn't even get on a team as a free agent. That, bro, like, they be doing Melo dirty, bro, on God,
that he shared with LeBron for 14 years. And the Knicks, they were nowhere near the playoffs. They were a laughingstock. Ultimately, the whole season for that entire organization, it was just weird. Like, the season was hyped up to have this new big 3 with Derrick Rose joining the Knicks. You had Carmelo coming back. You had Porzingis, an emerging star, and all this stuff. But Derrick Rose mid-season literally disappeared. Like, a no-show, no-call, disappeared. Kristaps Porzingis, he was in an extremely awkward situation if you ask me. You're in your 2nd year with the organization that didn't even want you. Like, they booed you after you got drafted. You're trying to develop beside Carmelo, Derrick Rose, and Phil Jackson implementing this outdated ass triangle offense. And then Carmelo Anthony, you just publicly getting destroyed by your president, Phil Jackson, every single day. It was a circus, bruh. Still, even with all that going on, Carmelo still started 74 games. And like I said, he put up respectable numbers. That was his last year being a star. Russell Westbrook that year, I'm not even going to waste too much time. Like, I'm going to read you guys some stats, some facts that you might have didn't know. And we just going to move on because we all know what type of timing he was on that year. Like, we just know. This man put up my career numbers on a nightly basis in real life. Dead ass. That season, Russell Westbrook had 4 50-point games. In 3 of the 4 50-point games, he had a triple-double, a 50-point triple-double 3 times. He had 18 40-point games. In 9 of the 40 games, he had a triple-double. Mind you, these are 40 and 50-point triple-doubles. In the history...
Stat padding crazy. Holy stop playing, Oh, I give him his credit though. He did do his thing that year, bro.
Of
Can't
the
lie.
NBA, there's only been 14 50-point triple-double games. Russell Westbrook did it 3 times that year. Just a quick side note too, Russell Westbrook and James Harden, they make up 8 of the 14 triple-double 50-point games. So that means before them it was only 6. That's kind of crazy, bro. Them two, they OD. Also that year, this man had 42 triple doubles, as I'm sure you guys know. He led the league in scoring and was second in assists. If it wasn't for James Harden, he would have been just the second player besides Tiny Archibald to average the most points and assists. This dude was just all over the place that year. We all know that. Watching DeAndre Jordan now, it kind of makes it a little hard to believe that this man was once an all-star. No offense to DeAndre Jordan, solid player, but he's not that all-star type of talent.
That Clippers
yet he
DeAndre
did
Jordan
make it.
was crazy.
Actually, the last and only time this man made an all-star team was exactly 5 years ago in 2017. DeAndre Jordan, he was never the most crazy, polished, back-to-the-basket scorer or anything like that. Most of his points were assisted by Chris Paul throwing alley-oops, and once Chris Paul left, so did his prime. Like, he was never really the same. Regardless, you can't take away anything this man did accomplish, and I'm not going to. That year, he did average the most rebounds per game with Andre Drummond for the 3rd time of his career. He did average almost 2 blocks per game, and he made an all-star team. Unfortunately, Chris Paul left after that, and like I said, his prime, it just died.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. DeAndre Jordan got some of the nastiest posters ever. Can't lie.
Actually, Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard's Hall of Fame career, it can seem a little tainted because of how it's ending and how he's viewed in the public perception, but to me, it's not really that bad. Yeah, you know, he's been on 7 teams in the last 9 years and all that, and I understand that. But if you look at his season 5 years ago in Atlanta, he was a productive big. Like, honestly, he could have made an all-star team in the Eastern Conference. Also, if you look at his last 3 years as a starter, not a 6th man, 7th man, none of that, I'm talking about a starter, bro, he was a productive, damn near all-star player. Like I said, his bad years are damn near better than some players' primes, like DeAndre Jordan, Roy Hibbert, some players that got all-star selections. His bad years were damn near better than that. So, like I said, the game moved past him, but Dwight was still being productive.
Yeah, it's crazy because DeAndre Jordan literally used to be the best center in the league, bro. Best center in the league. And he on 7 teams in 9 years, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
I didn't add, the young players because obviously they weren't in the league. And players like Trevor Ariza, Wayne Ellington, and Kent Bazemore, bro, 5 years ago, they were Trevor Ariza, Wayne Ellington, and Kent Bazemore. But this is how the Lakers would have looked 5 years ago. You would have had 3 players definitely in their prime. You would have had 3 stars not quite in their prime, but they're kind of close, 3 or 4 stars, and the rest of the team would have been the rest of the team. Like, it would have been crazy. If you guys like this video, like I said, the NBA season is back. Today is actually my birthday. A brother's 24 years old. So all I ask for, man, just like the video, show support, turn on post notifications, 24? Follow my social media sites, do all that great stuff, guys. And until next time, as always.
But you know what I'm saying? W video, bro. W video. Bro, I just look like 5 years ago, Kyle. Like, bro, it don't even feel like, bro, that was that even that long ago, bro. 5 years ago, bro, that was LeBron was still at Cleveland. It's like, bro, that is crazy, bro. But yeah, bro, that's gonna be the end of this video, bro. Like, comment, subscribe, and we out, bro.